And when I actually went pose by pose, like I actually want to do it with you, Martin, and Nathan, is just go pose by pose and sort of decide who sort of wins each pose. Because I've got a few of these that I posted up on Desktop Bodybuilding's Instagram, but I don't have all of them there. But pose by pose, Martin, front double bicep, who wins that one? Because that was probably, I think, Andrew's best shot.
Yeah, that's his best shot, hands down, especially because his abs are so wild, man. We taking a step back and looking at it, like sometimes you have to kind of know your competition, right? So like we looked at it, and for finals, I actually, if you paid attention on the live stream, I actually hit my front double a little bit different one of the times, with my abs crunched, and it kind of helped my look, because the vacuum just against him, even though my waist comes in and looks wild because his abs are so wide, like his abs are nuts, dude. They're some of the most developed abs I've ever seen. They just like pop off of him. So with his abs like that, it instantly makes your eyes want to go to his physique. So like me flexing my abs helped me in that a little bit, but that's for sure his pose, especially because he got the big long arms too. So I mean, I think for sure, like I would give him the front double for sure.
Yeah, Nathan's just disappeared. I don't know what happened. His internet might have clunked out, but I'm sure he'll be back. Let's move on. Front lat spread. I haven't got a photo of that one here, but what did you think about that compared to Andrew Jackson? For people watching as well, I'll put one over the screen of you both guys as well.
I think you could argue that either way, honestly. Like I fill some of the gaps that I would say that he doesn't really fill. Like his arms are really long, right? So like my lats fill that gap, whereas his lats don't fill that gap yet.
Yeah.
And he's kind of shallow in like his forearms and stuff, so his arms don't look as wild as mine. But he, again, like his abs are so crazy in it, and his chest is so round that I think like I would probably give it to him as well. Honestly, like his two front shots are his best shots.
Yeah, I love that honesty. Now this is where you start to come up. So we'll go to the side chest. So side chest, I'll bring it up here. The comments were pretty much all on your side in this side chest, man. So we'll go through it.
Yeah.
So Steve,
I mean,
Andrew jacked.
I would say that my side chest is probably one of my best shots. So, I mean, I would give that to myself. One, for hamstring. Two, I hate the way that he poses it. So, to be honest, like maybe he could have beat me if he would have posed it better, but he does not pose it very well, to be honest. And then conditioning wise, you can see like his side legs from the waist down, man. Conditioning, I kick his butt. Like that's all there is to it.
This was the thing, like watching that live stream, because you see this shine here, your eyes would just automatically go to the upper body. Like I didn't even notice his side leg was that lacking until I really kept looking and analyzing the live stream. So I started, as the live stream sort of went on, I was like, oh, I'm like, you're in this, Martin. And with the front double bicep as well, when you said you changed at finals, was that when I don't know if you went up into the vacuum first and then popped into it, or you popped into it with the flex tabs and then opened up?
Yeah,
so I noticed that was cool, man. Well, that was real cool.
I pulled a vacuum first and then crunched down into it, just to try to make the eyes come to me again. You know, anything that you can do, sometimes you just have to keep drawing that side attention to you. With me, like here in the side chest, you know, I hit that transition shot. I know you guys have seen it posted on the internet where I kicked that glute back, and hit the tricep. And so like, I mean, even Freddie, the promoter of the show, was like, dude, when you hit that, like, it literally makes everyone in the building look at you. Like, he's like, your glute is just completely cheese grated. So it, you know, like that was a cool feeling. Like, I really felt like I won that shot, no matter, like, no one could stand with me in that one. And like I said, that's one shot I know is one of my best shots.
Yeah, because your front double is probably like your least conditioned looking shot. So it's like, as you start to hit those other shots and you do that when you turn to the side, like that transition you said, you go, holy shit, all of a sudden, like, yeah, wow, Martin's shredded. You know, you just notice it so much more. And I'm sure as well, being up close at this show, like you can see on this outer quad here, you've got those details and that dryness to it. It just doesn't show as much through when you look at the overall photo, but you can see here, you can see you've got the lines through there. It's just that obviously it's quite an exposed photo, because I've seen other shots and videos up close and you look even much harder than this. So
Yeah,
Nathan,
I'm about to get the 4K posing video.
oh, sick. They're awesome, those
From,
ones.
yeah, from finals, and that'll show everybody just how peeled I was.
Nathan, we decided Andrew wins the front double bicep and front lat spread, but Martin wins the side chest. Agreed?
Yeah, agree.
Yeah, cool. Then the side tricep, I don't know if we've got photos of this one either. But how do you feel about the side tricep? Because I think that, like Martin, I think you won that one as well, just because Andrew's side leg probably is what held him back from winning it. Like,
yeah, that, and like I was the first one in that pose, and like I can just hold that thing forever. Like I never move. So I hit it like Hunter Labrada does, where it's like classic shot, and I can twist all the way around, and just as soon as I lock my abs in, like I can just lock there. So like that one, I feel like if anyone gave me a fight in that shot, is Kuklo, to be honest, because Kuklo has a really good side try.
yeah.
But I feel like I probably won the side tricep too as well.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it was you and Kuklo out ahead of that side tricep for sure. I was just going to try to find that one, but can't see it. But the back double bicep, I'll go back to my page for that one because I've got photos of both of it. What do you think about Martin on the back double, Nathan? I'll go to it now. There we go. Can you hear us, Nathan?
You there, Nathan?
I think Nathan's completely frozen. All right, we'll go to you, Ariel. What do you think about Martin's back double?
Definitely.
Yeah, it's a pretty dominant shot. When you compare that to Andrew Jack, you can see.
I mean, the thing is, Andrew's so thick in 3D on stage. That's really what it boiled down to. Like,
yeah.
At the same time, Martin from the back, like they left him there for a while because if they started from the back and then went to the front, it might have been a different story.
Yeah, that's actually what I thought as well. Because like as a judge, as soon as you see someone in the first pose, and obviously that's a front double bicep, and that's obviously his probably most dominant shot. It's like, wow, you all of a sudden go, okay, well he might be winning it. But then you start to go through them, and you got to obviously really play up those other shots, I guess, and really. You know how obviously like Jay and Ronnie back in the day, they'd, sort of stamp one foot down, grab their hamstring, those sort of little bodybuilder tricks just to draw attention to your strengths. And I even noticed you were doing that, Martin. So I think you did an awesome job at that. I think you even pointed at some stuff sometimes. I'm like, draw that attention to it, like where he's weaker. So I think you really did well there, man. And I imagine, you researched all that sort of stuff and had a game plan going into it, because all that sort of stuff, I was like, you're nailing all those little things, which, we didn't see as much last year on stage. So that was cool to see.
Yeah, man. I mean, part of that is just like confidence, man. Like I knew nobody's glutes and hamstrings look like mine. Like nobody's, man. Like I'm gonna bring better conditioning to the Arnold Classic than that in my glutes and hamstrings. But like I know that I can hang with any pro when it comes to conditioning in my glutes and hamstrings, because they're that hard. My upper body is still not that mature yet, I don't think, to hang with everybody as far as conditioning goes. Like Kamal's back was a little bit harder than mine, in my opinion. But even my glutes and hamstrings against Kamal's, man, like I smashed him, to be honest. Like I really am proud of my glutes and hamstrings, man. So to be like my rear double, like in my opinion, that's my best shot. I don't think there's very many pros that can beat me in this shot. I think I can be wider and have a better like rhomboid teres area, that those can get thicker. My middle back is pretty wild thick, and my low lats are good. As I just develop and grow, they're just going to keep getting better. I have an impingement on my left side. The pec is like really messing the humerus up, and so I'm not activating that lat as good. You can kind of see a little bit of size discrepancy. But I just had some tissue work that's like really fixed my pec up. So hopefully coming into Arnold, we can get that size back too.
Yeah, for sure. Man, overall, this is a very, very complete back double bicep. But like you said, I love the way you sort of pick it apart, because if you had said that there's a discrepancy in your back, I'd have to really look as well, like you can see, beside maybe a little bit more, but it's like, it's honestly, it's so close. But it's cool that you're onto all that sort of stuff, because a lot of guys just go to the gym, train really hard, and don't analyze things. And I think you take a really scientific sort of approach to it and really analyze what needs work and all that sort of stuff really on a deep level. And I think that's why obviously because of the dedication, all that sort of stuff, that's why you're doing so well at 25 years old. So you mentioned the Arnold Classic. Actually, no, we'll do the rear lat spread first. I don't know if we've got photos of that, but I think that one is hands down yours as well, man. That's your rear lat spread. I don't know what's stronger, if it's your back double or your rear lat spread, but every time you hit that rear lat spread, it just like it keeps getting wider and it just looks so much more mature than a 25-year-old.
Yeah, man. I mean, my back is my best. So coming up, when I first got into the pros, or first got into bodybuilding, really, my first national show, Steve Weinberger told me I had a shitty back. And it just kind of pissed me off, to be honest, because I could deadlift so much and my back was really strong. But so like, it didn't make sense, right? In my head, like it shouldn't be shitty. So like I went back to work and I've been pulling 5-6 plates on deadlift for the last 4 or 5 years, like beat the hell out of my back. And that's why my glutes and my hamstrings, my back is my best shot. Like I've earned that shot and I know that. Like I feel like it can only get better, right? But obviously, like everybody said shows are won from the back. Phil and Ronnie whipped everybody's ass from the back. Like it wasn't even a question. Those 2 shots were those guys'. And so that was something that I've wanted to make sure to do. My 2 back shots are my 2 best shots, no question. And we'll keep progressing those as I get the front to match,
Yeah, for sure. I'll just Nathan, are you there? I don't know what's going on with Nathan. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, it's there. Is it wait? Can you hear me?
You're back. Yeah, can hear you. Can you turn it
Can you hear me?
sideways? Yeah, can you hear us? Hey, there he is. He's freezing already. I don't think it's going to work for Nathan today. Anyway, let's go to so you've obviously you there, Nathan?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You sound sort of shitty though, and you're frozen too.
Fucking.
Oh, there you go. You're moving all of a sudden. I think
fuck you.
All right. So we've decided obviously that would make you up 3 poses to 2 now, what we've gone through so far. So then you'd have the side tricep. Oh no, we did the side tricep, didn't we? So you'd be up like 4 poses to 2 based on our judging, and I don't think that's unreasonable at all as well. And then you had obviously the ab and thigh, which what do you think about that one in terms of judging between you and him?
I think actually let Ariel go.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it's a front shot again if you want to give it to Andrew. Just because, Marty was really impressive, especially when he kicked his leg out. But, Andrew was also impressive. So if you're going to be neck and neck and Andrew's already winning the show, you're probably going to lean towards Andrew. But I really do think Marty was incredible. The problem is he's 25. And so the way they see it is it's like a third full cup. They see like this major project that's going to happen and it's not fully developed yet. And so it kind of sucks because I've been there. Being young is an advantage and a disadvantage. So
yeah, for sure. But at least obviously still got plenty more years like in it. And, Marty, you can like obviously grow for a long time now. And it makes it more exciting, but obviously at the time probably makes it a little bit frustrating as well. But that's a cool sort of comparison between you and Branch there. So that was cool. I wish they took this comparison when you had your leg locked out too, because you have those striations as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's say okay, you're up 4-3 now, and then we go to the most muscular, which I'll bring up on my page, where man, I thought you looked absolutely wild, and I thought you beat him on that as well. So that would have you winning the show pretty convincingly, when you go shot by shot. So it's interesting that I guess that Andrew won, but watching the live stream, I thought Andrew won. So it was like, when I look at the photos, I have you. When I look at the video, I have Andrew. So that's why I like the perspective of people that were actually there in person. So Nathan, what did you think about the most muscular and who won this one?
I don't like Martin's most muscular. I don't like it. I reckon Martin would look better stood up like a Kevin Levrone. I fucking hate the crab. I know it's a crowd, but I just don't like it. I reckon Martin would look better if he just stood up because of his condition. If he just stood up and had his shoulders out, I reckon he would have smoked it. I think
you did that too, didn't you, Martin?
Yeah, so I hit hands on hips first, and then I shake my leg, lock it out, and hit the crab.
I've only seen.
I should hit the Kevin too because that one shot looks wild on me too. Really, like the problem is like I can look good in any most muscular, so I need to figure out which one is like really my like lights out one. My crab, like in person, because you can see the condition, man, like it looks fucking nutty. Like it really does, because you can see like even my like traps are almost striated. Like it just looks pretty wild.
Nathan, I totally disagree. I think this crab looks better than all the most musculars.
Nah, I don't like the crab. I just think it looks. No, it just looks. It's a crowd pleaser, but it's not pleasing. You know what I mean? To where when like I haven't seen Martin's like hand on hips. I haven't seen it. If you've got it, I'll see it. I've only seen the crab.
Yeah, I'll try to find it.
You got it?
I'll try to find it. I haven't got it on that one, but
go to the IFBB, and they have like the comparison rounds, and you can see like us standing next to each other. Like it's pretty far out, but you can definitely see. I'm pretty sure that one you can see that I'm hitting the hands on hips.
Oh, here we go. He's on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's low quality.
Yeah, it's really low quality, so it's like you can't even tell.
Yeah,
but you're right. Like I mean, like I do hit it in that shot because it's really aesthetically pleasing. Like you can see like my delts and my shoulders, or my pecs and my shoulders make my waist just disappear.
Yeah, that's annoying.
But then, like you said, clearly hit because it's a crowd pleaser.
Yeah, to be honest, man, I think the crab looks cool. But it was interesting because there's so many different most musculars on that stage, but every single one of you actually hit it hands on hips most muscular at some stage, which is not always a super common pose. But I think it's just because obviously a lot of taller guys look pretty decent in it as long as they're not too lanky. And you looked great in it as well. So that was cool to see everyone hitting the hands on hips. Nathan, do you ever hit your hands on hips?
Well, no, not really. I don't like it. Bro, I just stick to what I'm good at.
Yeah.
I don't fuck around. If I'm good at something, I don't change shit. I just stick to it. I know it works.
Yeah.
I fuck around with it in the gym or for instance. Now and then I do like one hand on hip and then one hand in front. That's as much as I go.
Yeah, for sure. I'd be interested to see what you'd look like with your hands on hips because you got that physique that would normally look really good in it. You know what I mean? If you hit it the right way.
I'll pose next time in the changing rooms, but fuck doing it on stage. Imagine look like a bag of dicks.
I'm sure you'd be right. Anyway, so yeah, we would have you obviously winning however many poses to however many poses. You win by a few of them anyway. So I imagine that, for that reason, it would be sort of disappointing looking back on it going, damn, did I win more poses? Hope you enjoyed this short clip from our full episode of Bodybuilding University. And if you did enjoy it and you want to check out that full episode, it will be available within 24 hours of this short clip dropping. So it's probably available now to most of you guys watching this. So just head over to the Desktop Bodybuilding main channel page and you'll find the latest episodes of Bodybuilding University, plus a ton of old episodes as well you can check out. So anyway, if you did enjoy this short clip, give the video a thumbs up, smash that like button, also subscribe and hit the notification bell button. That way you'll be notified of every video that goes up from myself, Xavier Wills at Desktop Bodybuilding, and you won't miss out on another episode of Bodybuilding University.